People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and Purple Butterfly soaps are located at people.etsy.com. And sorry about that. Apparently I had 14 videos on the phone, and it just said, too much, sister, you're done. So I've cleared out, all the other videos that was on there because they've been uploaded to YouTube already. And now I have room to cut this soap. And as you can tell, it's out of there. One good thing about the camera being off for that little bit of time, I didn't have to be ladylike trying to get the soap out. So I just put it between my legs and grabbed it right here and just lifted it straight out. And it's gorgeous. That's just the only way to describe it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to cut into this. Now, I suppose it would help if I got my cutter into place. Alrighty then. Let's see. I'm just going to stick this on over. And because it was very, very liquidy, I just went on ahead and put the top over it. So that made a couple of little, although you can't see that because the thing's in the way. But you see where it set up very thin along the edges? That's making a crumbly effect from where it hit the edges because, even though the soap in the main body is hard and everything, the soap that was on the edge, in other words, these little pieces, well, it's set up too, but it's set up without the integrity of the entire mold, so, yeah. So, in the meantime, I'm going to do this in a certain fashion, which is to get this 100% solid. Because that way the little pieces that was on the side can flake right on out. I do that on purpose sometimes to give it a not absolute finished edge because that way, and it's not even about cleaning it up or giving it a particular look, it's just one way people know that your soaps are absolutely, you made this, is real, so on, instead of, hey, you just pulled out something, is you can see the little errors. And I don't mind the little errors and the proof that I'm a human being that, don't bother me at all. I know some folks that it would drive them back, oh, that needs to be cleaned up. You got to do this. You got to. No, I don't. The only thing I got to do is whatever makes me happy. Making soap makes me happy. Cutting it is fun. And if you happen to enjoy what I consider fun, that's good too. Because soaping is a hobby that is useful, but even the best soaper on the planet that makes sure they have enough soap for their family, they're going to get an overflow, and that overflow has to go somewhere. And that's when you end up selling soaps to people that love them too, because you're going to have too much of it. Yeah. There we go. Let's take a look at what this looks like on the inside. And this is my personal piece for the Rainbow Squeeze Challenge number 6, attempt number 2. So I'm not going to be worried about, oh, you got to cut off that edge and do an end piece, blah, blah, blah. I'm not worried about that at all. I just want to get through the soap. Well, it's lighter than I was expecting it to be, but pretty. Wow. That's definitely fresh. Is that cute or what? not what I was expecting. I've seen other people's challenge soaps, and I'm going, wow, look at that. Ooh, look at that. I hope mine comes out like that. Well, mine came out like this. Not a bad thing, but because of the amount of colors and such I use, I was expecting it to be more bright. But that's another tricky thing. When you're doing a challenge like this, you're always worried about, did I use enough color? Did I not use enough color? So forth, so on. And compared to how bright I usually like stuff, this is technically not enough color for me. Other people might be like, hey, but there's a little chippy on that side. So it might have actually went past its pilot stage, but that's okay. It can do that. I'm just happy I didn't get an instant freeze type thing. I mean, the Naughty Baby soap is gorgeous. It's got rivers of glycerin. I never could say a word. It's got rivers of glycerin, so forth and so on. But, you know, I wanted it to have the swirl that it's supposed to have, and when it didn't do that, I personally was a little disappointed. But that was my fault. I did a few things that I'm not supposed to, like I used the unknown fragrance oil. I used the never used before recipe, you know, stuff like that. You know, stuff you just don't do. Now, okay, in the previous video, I mentioned that one of them was the same color. I just put it in twice, one as a oil and one as a liquid. And the one that had oil with aquamarine gives you a speckle. Well, I'm going to show you why that's a desirable effect. This is what happens when you put a speckle in on purpose. See that? Little color streak. Is that cool or what? And then it fits along with the main design of the soap itself. So that was